lifers. I was stuck in the state of me trying to survive. I was ready to rise and ready to thrive and cut off the poisonous ties. Ain't no heart in the game, but even the courage we live in the wizard of Oz. Get the money and change, we ruin the vibes and tracking and jiving. In a turbulent time, and we need a spiritual teaching to keep us alive. No more selling us lies or selling beside me while the enemy hide. Yeah, I'm feeling a change in order. Treading dangerous waters. The demise of falsely idols. Get exposed to cold and morals. Ooh. I get the remedy, God is the centerpiece. Pray for my enemies, pray for my enemies. I get the tendency, you kinda finicky, huh? Dot on his head, dot on his nose. Follow the lamb, don't follow the goat. Pray for the homie, he died from. I've been healing, building, shedding skin till I make my way up. I'm mindset stepping, repping, flow electric. Time for the wake up. Got rid of them leeches, weakness, ain't no breaching. God is beside us. Still ride with a cook in the fleece. I'ma up my peace if you're trying to divide us. Still count my blessings, lessons, by confessions. Go to the higher. These ain't come from the cause, we different in breed, could never deny us. I'm removing the scales from my eyes. I see through the lies they pop. Piper, warfare with spiritual forces, fighting the demons, really for lifers.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we're on the road to the Super Bowl. Straight ahead, it's an AFC intra-conference contest between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Another step towards the Super Bowl begins. We're off in the first of 4 divisional round games. This return starts at the 5. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10.
Unlock right. 70 Lions.
Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. There's the intensity we expected in playoffs. The defense going big play hunting, and they get him behind the line. And it's not just you quarterbacks, Brock Hewitt, who got to have short memories. You tell me these two defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
Cougar 19. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick.
Looking to throw here. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
On the jump.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. 3rd and long for him here. Connects on the crosser. Looks great initially, but he is short on that 1st down marker. They rallied to him in time to force the 4th down.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Cowboy Eagles. 60 Eagles.
Here we go with Johnson. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. That's a gain of 10, and staring at that turnover on downs. Instead, they pick up the 1st.
These running backs love getting into the open field, and the best of them, they're not even looking at the man right in front of them. They're looking at that next level to get a chunk run like that.
1st and 10 now from the 46.
Ready?
Here's the long back on the handoff. And he's going to be stopped after about a 3-yard pickup on 1st down.
Okay, that's a run that's whole hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door, bigger gap in the future.
Ready? 70 Timberwolves.
They give it to him again. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain, so Brock, that means 3rd down coming up. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9, all the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
On the ready.
3rd down here, need 8 on the play.
Here we go, here we go. Ready, 6.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. That's Kincaid with a catch out left. And that is a great stop to deny him the marker. It's going to be 4th down.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Don't want to punt from here, but too far for a field goal as well. They're going for it here.
19 Tiger, 19 Cowboy 80. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Let's go.
They'll toss it to Johnson. He's got it. That's going to be a 1st and more. There it is. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers finish up an excellent opening series. Now they'll try the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Steelers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The kicking team out there for the Steelers, and here they go to send it away. Return coming from the 6. He stopped on a run back of the 27.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Now Kansas City looks settled in and ready. Here we go. 1st and 10. Mahomes starting off with a throw. Lobs this up left sideline, looking for something big. That's grabbed inside the 30. And he's in for the Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs finish off their opening drive. Each round of the playoffs, Brock, getting some early points becomes more and more important. And they're on the board here in the divisional round.
Pretty tricky round for a lot of teams to get through, which makes some early momentum, to your point, all the more valuable. They're doing all they can to avoid getting tripped up before that conference title affair.
Tying this game up, they're all set to center away. Has this at the 6. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. Steelers to the line now. 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Ready.
Going back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he's charged towards the line. It's right around 3 yards.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7.
Back. Ready.
He'll look to throw. He's on the quick hitter. And he's going to be brought down at the 28-yard line.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
3rd and just 2 to go. Blown back into the handoff. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
That's one of those plays, Kate, as an offense that just sticks with you a little bit. It bothers you that you just can't convert on a very manageable down and distance. And on the other side, well, sure gives you some confidence defensively to get off the field.
On their own side, but only need an inch or two here, so they're going for it. And the QB keeps it on the sneak. And he will get the first as they touch him down.
One thing you cannot say, Kate, about this offense is they're not bold. That was a bold decision, one they trusted the big guys up front, and they moved the sticks.
First and 10 from the 32.
Get up.
Handoff is back. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Trayvon Merrick there for the stop.
Every offense in this league is looking for a back who can be an athlete and a bruiser at the same time. You feel lucky if you got one. Someone who can, well, eat up space when the lanes are open and deliver a little punishment to stretch plays when that tackler tries to meet him in the hole.
He'll get it up to the 44. 7 yards on that pickup. And a fresh set of downs for Pittsburgh.
That result right there is why coaches all across all levels of football on defense talk about good, solid tackling, Kate. It's not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when you can bring a guy down, you're able to keep them from piling on those yards.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go, and let that pass rush get home.
Throwing on 2nd. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
I hate to be Mr. Negative guy, but a sack 2 plays ago, an incompletion right there. All that's missing, Kate, is an interception on this play, and you're going to hand this quarterback a misfortune trifecta that nobody wants.
Come on.
From the gun on 3rd down. Escapes the pocket. And rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains. So that's the end of one in this AFC divisional round contest. Scoreboard showing 7s on each side. We'll return to Pittsburgh right after this. Second quarter, all queued up and ready to go. It's Steeler football. And their offense has stayed on the field to face this 4th and 2. Short pass brought in. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
There's no question the greatest concern there was just getting the 1st down. You want a high percentage throw, and you're not really concerned about big yards. Well, the drag route was perfect. He comes open the short field. It's easy to zip that throw right in there and reset those chains.
On 1st down, they'll run. Allen continues to find no traction on the ground here, Brock, as they bring him down for no gain.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, they got a tackle behind the line, but a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Set.
Looking in the air here. Finds a seam down the middle. And they bring him down, but not before he advances it all the way to the 20. They get 23 on that one. And the Steelers have a first down. Double coverage, deal breaker for a lot of QBs, Brock, but less so when it's a target you trust.
You know, it's interesting, Kate, even 20-something years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning work, every defense would go into every game trying to double cover him, but yet those two, well, like we just saw right there, just got it done regardless.
76.
They'll run here on first down. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackled for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11. The line between safeties and linebackers gets real blurred on plays like that, Brock. He handled that one just like a Mike would have.
Yeah, if injuries were to ever crop up, Kate, I bet he could handle the linebacker spot for them as well. Just tremendous diagnosis in that run support.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talked about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
Oh, not like this. An interception ends that drive. And the Chiefs get the football on the first turnover of the contest. Chiefs coming up to the line here. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, 57. Yo.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. This one's out to Noel, left side. And he's brought down. They're spotting this one right at the 20.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable. It creates space to take that shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Out left, Worthy makes the grab. Along the outside, he crosses midfield. And he'll finally be taken down at the 25. They rip off a huge chunk of field as the downs reset.
Speed kills, baby. You better make that tackle right away on these receivers or you're going to get some serious yak. Those yards after catch just like that. Taking a short gain, turning it into an explosive play.
First down throw, Mahomes. He's within striking distance. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs parlay the interception into points.
That play really had all the elements you're looking for from a tight end, showing that he could stretch that field. With the route check, secure the catch, quickly become a runner, check. And finally go finish that drive off and celebrate with your homeboys.
Ryland tacks on the extra point. And the Chiefs break that tie and now lead by 7.
Steelers 7.
All set now for the kickoff. Ryland with the honors. Returning it from the 4. Dodges another stop.
When you get contributions like that from your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
Good field position as the Steelers come up to it. 1st and 10. Back to work after throwing the pick. There's that slide at the end, Brock. Good decision-making there as he picks up close to 8 on that run.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
Running for the marker on 2nd. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
Hey, Kate, you want to see a picture in the football dictionary of staying on schedule? That was it.
Okay, break.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44.
Come on. Set.
Going to the ground again on first. He's stuck with him, but this one heads the wrong way. He winds up losing yards.
They say about great outfielders in baseball, there's just something to them. They've got a knack, a feel, and instinct to take the right line, the right angle. For safeties, to create tackles for loss in the run game, it's the exact same attribute and skill set. Got to take that right angle and then go finish that runner.
Offense to the line for second down. It's a passing play. Finds him on the crossing route. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7.
60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Tag. Ready.
Air it out on 3rd. Complete beyond the marker. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down. So with that drop, we've now reached our 2-minute warning. More of the NFL on EA Sports after this. Offense getting set. Here's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go.
Give now to the running back. And gets a few on the plays forward.
Hey, not a bad play by any means. There's room for more, and they know it.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7.
Here we go. Shot.
They're throwing it. Looking slant, but out complete. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. And it's a gain of 12 on that one. And a fresh set of downs for Pittsburgh.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10.
Ready. 70, go.
Here's the handoff. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
That sure looks like a terrific call after you dial it up, because the execution was awesome by everybody. You get that kind of run on 1st and goal, it sets the table for more success.
Bronco switch. 6.
Back-to-back carries here. He's hit and driven backwards. This is going to force him into 3rd and goal. The Chiefs signal for a timeout. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead? Well, the exact opposite here, Kate. Now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
Looking to throw on 3rd. Makes the catch. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers earn the chance to tie before halftime. It's a DK Metcalf touchdown. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. He sure did.
That one right down the middle. And the Steelers tie things up at 14. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
A little less than 30 seconds to go as they begin this drive. Going on first down, Mahomes. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up. Well, he's been perfect to that point on the drive, Brock. First time we've seen this coverage force him into a misstep in a while.
I know you hear me talk all the time, Kate, about the rhythm of an offense, right?
Yeah.
And I look at it through those optics so much. But it's the same thing defensively. You've got to get a stop, see the ball hit the ground to knock them out of that rhythm.
Hey, rip list. Hey, 57, 57. 43, 40, hey, 57, 57. Yellow. Right side.
Second down throw for Mahomes. He doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. Then brings up third down.
Once that quarterback broke the pocket, kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit, Kate. You got a couple choices. Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
Yellow, yellow. Right side.
Third down, it's Mahomes. And that's going to be incomplete. Still time for a couple of plays, though, with 15 seconds left. Intended target there was Xavier Worthy. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long. And that return's going to leave them enough time to squeeze in 2 plays here if they want before the half. They've got 1st and 10, Brock, but time for maybe 2 plays at most if they even want to try anything. Looks like they'll play it safe with a run to the outside. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. All right, with 6 seconds left, we've got a timeout. Offense to the line, 2nd down.
18 Rattler. Let's go.
Looking to throw. He puts some juice on a deep throw down the middle. Looking for his wide receiver there. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
Hey, I get it. If any of their pass catchers have what it takes to beat double coverage, it's him. The kids would say, he's him. That defense knew it. That's why they doubled him and knocked it away.
Here comes the final play of our first half. One final shot before the half. He's going to try another deep one here. Into a crowd, and a defender comes up with it. Kamari Lassiter with the pick. And the Chiefs are stopped on that return. So that interception is going to be the final play of this opening half. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Half the battle complete, Brock, as we resume play here. As fighting our AFC Championship on the line. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. All right, the Chiefs in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. Bobs this one deep down the left sideline. Brought in inside the 20. And this is all the way to the 13-yard line.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You've got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
Near the goal line. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs take the lead right away in half number 2. Ryland now for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Chiefs break that tie and now lead by 7. All set now for the kickoff. Ryland with the honors. Here's a return from the 7. Showing a little burst so far. He showed some nice bursts on that run back, didn't he? Getting them all the way out to their own 40.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
The Steelers with some very good field position as they get set, 1st and 10.
Get up, ready, go. Ready.
They'll throw to begin this drive. Connecting on the slant. And they're approaching midfield with that gain of 6. He's up to the 46.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Go.
Handoff on 2nd and short. He's going to get this to the opposing 41. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
Having been in enough locker rooms at halftime, Kate, I know what the messaging was in there. Start the game out by sending a message. Doesn't matter you're trailing, run right at them and go make a point.
Here we go. Start. Let go.
1st down, and they go right back to it. Oh, man, nothing for him again, Brock. It has been a struggle all game as this one's quickly mocked up, too. Ooh, talk about a bad look there, Brock. Going jumbo set and still moving backwards after that play.
I don't think you're talking to this defense, Kate, because I think they thought that was an excellent look to knock that thing backwards.
Yeah, good point, good point. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down.
Let's go now.
Pass play now. He finds Kincaid. And they make the stop, I'm going to say, at about the 37-yard line.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on a throw, that's a go-to route to target.
The Chiefs adding a man to their secondary for this 3rd down.
Ready. Ready.
They'll throw, 3rd and long. Finds him over the middle. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
New set of downs for him from the 31.
Ready, ready.
He tosses right to the short side. Nice little run there, gets him 5. 2nd down upcoming.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
Well, a lot of effort there, partner, but no results. He fought through that one stop, but only managed to get back to the line of scrimmage.
These are the kind of runs, Kate, that just soften up a defense. Keep working on them. Keep working on them. And eventually you're going to break one of those counters for even bigger yardage.
Back to throw. And man, that's Kincaid. And he is well clear of that marker. That effort's going to set them up with a 1st and goal. And for somebody who's been picked off like he has, Brock, you gotta admire his determination to keep attacking these coverages.
Yeah, that is risk. We're in the double coverage yet again. But this guy's got what I call a high belief factor in himself.
And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Steelers start the 2nd half with some needed points. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the 4th quarter that could go either way.
That one splits the uprights. And the Steelers tie this game at 21. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. Return coming from the 6. And he's brought down just inside the 25. Now Kansas City looks settled in and ready. Here we go. 1st and 10.
Yellow. Hero 15.
Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. He's got Khalil Shakir. And this is brought to a stop up at the 34-yard line there. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's a Chiefs first down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
First down, Chiefs.
Easy. I've got Blue Lady. Hey, 43, 15.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. The big play nets him 17 yards. And it's going to be first down, Kansas City. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Getting out to his left. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there when he saw the field. It's going to be second down.
Look at how well the coverage held up on that play. Even as the QB escapes the pocket and buys extra time secondary, well, they got real sticky, stayed tight and forced the throw away.
Hero 15. Hey, Sunday.
Short pass brought in. And he's going to be drugged down. Looks like at that 37-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
New set of downs from the 37. Throwing again, Mahomes. Completed over the middle. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
All set now. 1st and 10.
Hey, rip list.
Again, Mahomes to throw. And it is incomplete. Win big on the final play of our third quarter. And nothing comes from it as we hit the break. Only one quarter left before we send one of these teams to the AFC title game. It's all knotted up at 21, partner. Still plenty of scoring here as we try to decide our winner. We'll try something else from the 27 this time. 2nd and 10.
Hey, rip list. Come back. 15. I've got Blue Lady. Attack.
Another throw for Mahomes. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
In a situation like this, you got to be a fixer. I mean, this game is hard. And you get into known passing situations, it gets even more difficult. But when you don't get rid of the ball and you take another sack, you make this 3rd down a near impossibility.
3rd and long for Mahomes. That's Cox. He's got Washington. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. So a timely moment for a big play, and they get the first on 3rd and 19.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. And man, did he make an impact play.
Finds the in route complete. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Back to the well again. And he's in. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs take a 4th quarter lead. Made the right read on the RPO inside the red zone, Brock, and things worked out.
And you know what is so key about these RPOs? It's that mesh point. It's the details right there. Not immediately giving any indication of what they were going to do, and it created, Kate, the slightest of hesitations for the defense. And that slightest opportunity is all he needed to hit the end zone.
All set now for the kickoff. Ryland with the honors. Fielded just shy of the end zone. And And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down.
Hey, Kate, the best kick returners I was ever around, really at any level, they want this opportunity. They want their chance to help their team. They know they're down, but they also know that return, especially a good one like this, can set the offense up for success.
Come on, set. Hey, Chief.
Rolling back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. These drives quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
These edge defenders in the league today, Kate, they've got so much on their list to do. A huge to-do list. They got to get to the passer, they got to set an edge, and they got to stop that run game, not just on the end of the line, but in that case, right in the middle of the field.
Let's go. Ready.
Throwing it on second down. He almost threw another one. Back-to-back throws now that should have been picked off, partner, as he continues making risky decisions with the football.
That's not going to show up as an interception on the stat sheet, but with all these next-level stats we have today, Kate, that's what you call a turnover-worthy play. And there have been way too many of them in this one.
Maybe a little rattled after that near interception. Let's see how he plays this on 3rd and long. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Finds him on the crossing route. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he can reach that 40. They pick up 14 yards on that one. And the Steelers have his first down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39. Plowing up the middle. And they're going to be humbled here on first down. Going to wind up losing yards on this play.
Well, they were hoping to get outside and meet those guys at the second level. Well, someone from the second level came to beat him on his turf. And that meeting didn't go so well.
Throw is there, Trey McBride. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down. Defenders in the area, they still make the connection, Brock. It almost looked like it was just another throw on the practice field.
Yeah, this is how you just develop that just trust factor, that connection. We see it with QBs and tight ends, and the best of them make it look easy.
Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he's stopped as he gets this one down to the 27-yard line. A pickup of 17. And a fresh set of downs for Pittsburgh.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
Bringing the offense up to the line. 1st and 10. Another carry for him. Ooh, and he is cracked at the tail end of that play. Good hit, but so would have loved for it to have come earlier. So he gets forward a bunch and gets him the first down. An even 10-yard gain on the play. And the Steelers have a first down.
Ready, break. Viking 18. Bronco switch. Bronco switch. Here we go. Scott. Like, let's go.
Now a give running right. And second down is going to be a good bit tougher. He can't even get back to the line. This play loses yards. That brings us to the 2-minute warning in Pittsburgh. Steelers down by 7. All right, here we go. Second down.
Come on.
Changing things up. They're going to throw now. Flush down out to his left. He can run it. And he's got it inside the 15 before going out.
Well, QB made something happen and got some yardage when the play didn't develop right, and even got himself out of bounds to avoid a hit. The only negative at all is he couldn't quite get the first down.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7.
Get it. Ready.
Looking to throw it. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. And the Chiefs make the play that should win them this game. Well, how quickly things can change. They were looking so good just a couple of plays ago, and suddenly, not anymore. A red zone look comes up empty with that interception.
I think the pressure got to him there, Kate. And I don't even mean all those pass rushers, although they were certainly coming too. I mean the pressure of being third down in the red zone. That's where you got to slow yourself down as a quarterback and know you've got to simply protect the football.
A big play, 23 yards to move those chains. So first and 10 now from the 30. They're going to pass it here. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. Second down. He's been a frequent target throughout this game, Brock. We've seen that coverage tighten up a little bit more on him every time the ball's thrown his way.
Well, it hasn't taken him off the board completely. He's still beating them for some catches, but that heightened focus defensively does lead to moments like that one, where what would normally be a catch.
Wow, still throwing, and this is intercepted! And the Steelers have some new life in the fourth.
Okay, you know, as a quarterback, every single interception stings. But those you throw in crunch time, in the final couple minutes with your team relying on you, that's one this quarterback is not going to forget.
The Pittsburgh offense to the line. Here's first and 10.
Let's go.
Toss now to the short side. Breaks the tackle. He's got space ahead. And this is going to get them all the way into the red zone. He's taken down at the 13-yard line. Now one of the Chiefs in some pain out there, so we're going to get a stoppage here as he's helped by the trainers. Wearing up the clock here, Brock, but at least all their timeouts are still available. It's first and 10. They give it to him again. They're backed up. Not a stop they could afford, Brock, as this one loses yards.
Good defensive tackles in this league, Kate. They can take up a couple blockers. Great defensive tackles, well, they stuff the stat sheet just like that, knocking that run backwards before it could get started.
Setting up to pass. They just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
So after that prior incompletion, it's third down. Now to throw. And he brings it in. Touchdown! And a big decision coming up for him now. It's plays like this that make him so well regarded across this league, Brock.
Such just a difference-making receiver, Kate.
Yeah.
You expect him to be the target down here. You did, I did, the defenders did. What makes him a star is even when people know his number's being called, he still finds a way to deliver.
All right, forget the tie, Brock. They're going for two, the win, and to decide which of these teams is going to advance in the playoffs. He rolls to his... And there he goes! They get to him for a sack, and that may just save them this game. They remain up by one.
Steelers, 27.
Less than 25 seconds to go. This onside try is for the game. And the Chiefs are able to make that recovery. That should lock up this win.
Kansas City.
No question they wanted the ball back late, but you don't see many of these recovered by the kicking team in the NFL. You see even fewer recovered when they're actually expecting it, like they certainly were right there.
First and 10 now from the 46. Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. Chased out to his right. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on first down.
Those are the kind of decisions you got to make in that spot. And the smart quarterbacks, they seem to do it consistently. When you're in enemy territory, a throwaway is always better than risking a turnover.
After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And he hits that enemy 25-yard line before he is sent out. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
Every tight end worth his salt wanted this. Really craved man-to-man coverage. The best of them, give me man-to-man coverage, and I'm going to beat you. I was around Dallas Clark and Indy, one of the best. You play man-to-man, he's going to find a way to out-leverage you, separate from you, and make a play just as that tight end did.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he has the Chiefs first down there, Brock, and the celebration can begin as they can run out the clock now on this one. And the whistles go off, so we got a timeout, 9 seconds left in the game. Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on first down. It's a designed run from Mahomes. So it's a win for the visiting Chiefs. And they pulled off the rare and elusive road win in the postseason, which means their journey stays alive another week as they head to the conference championship, where they're going to get a shot to punch their ticket to the Super Bowl. This has been another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. With all our crew here and my broadcast partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. It's a win for the Chiefs as we say so long from Pittsburgh.